Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another video from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. I actually want to come to you all with another video, man, talking about. I actually want to talk about the chosen one and the grandmother. And there's actually a saying that's actually going around on TikTok where I saw this video about his brother. He was up there saying that, the grandmother actually know who the chosen one was. Now, I'm going to say this to you right about now. Now, this does not apply to everybody because everybody didn't have a good grandmother. Some of us did, some of us didn't, unfortunately. So at the same time, if this video really resonate with you for real, then I definitely will say drop a comment though, right? But if you didn't have a good experience with your grandmother, stuff like that or whatnot, I definitely will say my heart goes out to you. You feel me? And the video, the guy was up there saying that your grandmother knew who the chosen was, but who the chosen one was, who was going to break it, the generational curse. You want to know why? Because, he was up there saying that ever since that you were born, she knew that you was going to be the one. And he goes on to say that other people thought that they were going to be the one, but the minute that you showed up on the scene, they knew that something was different. Just like a prime example, your grandmother knew that you were different the minute that you were born. And how do I know? Because growing up and stuff like that, my grandmother she always had her eyes on me, and she always would give me like this certain kind of look in her eyes, but she always just had this happy look in her eyes when I would come around, but she would just look at me, right? And I've noticed like my grandmother would always, be praying over me and stuff like that. I would notice like my grandmother was always praying for me. She always tried to keep me in church. She was always telling you, always telling me like, I'm always praying for you, Brandon, like you are my favorite grandson. She would always tell me that. And it was like the older that I got, my grandmother kept telling me, she said, you're going to do big things in this world, Brandon. You're going to do big things in this world. You're going to do big things. And I'm looking like, what is my grandmother talking about? What is my grandmother seeing that I'm not seeing? Like, what is it that my grandmother is seeing that I'm not seeing? And I guess she could say as time went along, the minute I got up on YouTube and I got back to my music, I really began to see, like, what she was absolutely right. And the older that I got, I really began to see what my grandmother, why my grandmother was up there praying for me. She was praying for me because of the demonic energy that was around me and stuff like that. All of the, people that was up there trying to cast spells on me, people that was up there, trying to do demonic possession or cast spells on me, and I really understand it right about now because I see why my grandmother was up there praying for me. And see, when your grandmother called you her favorite grandchild and stuff like that, especially if she's a really good grandmother, 9 times out of 10 she knows who you are. She knows that you were on a she knows that you are pretty much chosen by the Most High. She knows that you have a much more higher purpose on the planet. You feel what I mean? Especially to those of y'all who can really resonate this with, because my grandmother will always tell me all the time, I'm going to do big things. I'm always praying for you. She will always tell me things that will happen in the future. And guess what? She was not lying about everything. And I remember the time frame when my grandmother told me, she said, I love the fact that you talked, that you listen to me. And I said, why is that? She said, out of everybody in this family, you're the only one that listen to me. And every time my grandmother talk, I would always listen because I just always felt this connection, and I would always feel that she had all of this wisdom, and I would just listen to her. May she rest in peace. I was always her favorite grandchild. So now I really understand it, and I'm understanding even more why she was praying, why she was so concerned, why she was so protective, because she knew who I was. She knew that I was going to be the one that was going to break the generational curse. So to those of y'all out here that know about the situation, you feel me? And if this resonates with you, drop a comment in the comment section and let me know if this resonates. But I had to come to y'all with this video, man. Spread thoughts up on this shit. Light up on the situation. Felt the need that y'all had to hear this subject. Keep on liking and subscribing to my channel. Always appreciate the love. Don't forget to hit the don't forget to hit the bell to get all of my notifications. Like, share, and subscribe. And it's your man B Miles coming to you live once again from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. One love once again. Peace.